Hey guys, welcome to the pot seat. My name is AJ.
Hello guys, this is Lex, and we have something. What if you had today, AJ? You tell us what you have.
So we're gonna talk about Trump versus DeSantis, and we're gonna include another GOP nominee that has just entered the race. His name is Christie.
Oh, again?
And I think there's one more. Nancy Kelly's also running, but I'm not saying
Well,
just because she's a lady or anything like that, but because not many people think that she's gonna win. But yeah, this is the Republican primary, and we're here to talk about what's happening right now and what the view is of the media and what the view of the people are right now. So, as you can definitely notice, if you're a Republican and if you're towards Trump, you're getting a lot of hate on. You're getting called Magadonians, which is basically the left's joke of how to say, people that support MAGA are going to create a country called Magadonia. And these Magadonians are all going to stay there. And basically, they basically represent like hillbillies and, weirdos and this and that, but that's not the case. A lot of people are, they're educated too, and whoever follows Trump, there's a whole loyal fan base that he's uh came to acquire with different nationalities, different races, and you have to respect what that man does. He's brave enough to say what he has to say. He says it even if he's 100% wrong, and he says it even if he's 100% right. A lot of people don't expect him to say it the way he says it. I think if he improves that, he has a better chance of getting other supporters into his Macedonia.
who
So
are we talking about?
we're talking about Donald Trump right now.
That's what
Uh,
that's why I asked.
who
I don't
he's
I don't think
running against
I
is
don't think he's gonna change that.
supposedly people say what the left is saying is Donald Trump's long lost son, worse than Donald Trump, fascist person. Uh basically you know Donald Trump's worst worse than Donald Trump supposedly because they're scared of because what he's done in Florida, with the anti-gay law or what the left like to say, don't say gay bill, what he's done with Disney. Uh, but to like, you got to give him credit to where he deserves it as well. Even if you don't support him, he's done amazing things with Florida. Florida has been like number one in getting people to come, people to visit. And it's just not because of Disney, it's because they like to go to these beaches. They like to go and feel like a
That's
place to retire.
that's the only thing though. If that state didn't have ocean, nobody would go.
Well, I mean that, yeah, but
And that's to the benefit of his and his government.
no, correct. I mean, that's what people went to California for. But look at what's happening in California. They have beautiful beaches, they have beautiful mountains. But look, a lot of people are leaving California because it's just not safe to live in. And a lot of people are leaving because the costs are so high. So going to Florida with like, good cost of living, even though the housing prices are going crazy high in Florida right now because they're experiencing a lot of people coming in to that state. Now, where I do give him benefit is that, he supposedly what Trump bashes him on is he's a traitor because, he's going to, what he should have done is, let me go in and then, then I would have, appointed him even further. So, he can, continue the Republican Party's stronghold in the White House. But I mean, Ron DeSantis sees his chance. He got so much funding secured while he was running for government. It was like a record of 200 million plus or something like that. And then he's also got a lot of funding when he announced his presidential candidacy via Twitter Space. So it was unique of him to do it in a Twitter Space. But I mean, there's a lot of things that he's doing to secure and help the conservative people that live in America or in that state live a better life. He's not so liberal, obviously, and
Well,
what the left is scared of is that he's gonna put conservative laws throughout America.
and that might be a problem. I agree with some of the things he does, Ron DeSantis, but some of the things he's doing also he's out of line.
Well,
But
today he signed a Florida's digital bill, correct? So the digital bill includes the right to opt out of, any personal data, the right to opt out of any voice recognition, to not sell your personal data to companies, and even if it has been selected and collected, you have the right to get it deleted. So it's basically, he's trying to secure your digital data by signing that bill. So a lot of Floridans like that. They approve that, and his approval ratings in Florida is what matters, not what the media is portraying him as. So
but why? My question to you is why is it that he didn't do it at the first time, his first term? Why do we have to wait and try to run for president and then pass these laws? And I'm not saying just because he's Republican. I'm saying just in
well,
general.
he signed that
Anyone.
"Don't Say Gay" bill law before, which was very controversial. It was very controversial. It was on news medias everywhere, and it still got passed. And that was probably one of the main reasons why all the Floridans voted for him, because they're very conservative people, excluding like places like Miami, maybe Orlando still supposedly considered conservative, because a lot of people like to retire in these places. They don't want the woke agenda going around. And then now, recently, even I think last week, he got another bill passed, which was to cancel any woke stuff in any school. Like, it's not going to be allowed in school and everything. And also, oh, sorry, that happened like 2 3 weeks ago. But now, in 2 weeks ago or last week, it passed in Texas. So Government Abbott, oh no no no, sorry, Governor Abbott and now Governor DeSantis, they both got a bill signed by saying no child can have get or is going to be given care for any sexual transitioning surgeries. That's what got signed. So I apologize for that, but so he's doing things that a lot of parents do approve of. A lot of parents, a lot of citizens of that state, residents of that state approve of that. So, when you have other lobbyist media outlets, probably pushing an agenda that all of America should follow, I think that becomes a little problem. And that's why, some of Americans don't follow what, like, the population is like 1 to 2%. So why would 98% of America follow what 2% of America believes in? That's like, you know, me going to a Muslim country and saying, "Oh, I believe in, Jesus and Santa Claus and, this and that. That's what, I've had in America, and let me bring it here and everyone should believe it." It doesn't work like that, That's how the world is. That's if you go anywhere in the world, I'm pretty sure you can't just put your agenda into people that, like what the hell, like,
Yeah.
So I think that's what America is doing. And, as you can see, what happened with Bud Light, what happened with Target, what happened in Kohl's, what happened in North Face, people are realizing that, we're not going to be brainwashed that easily. So
It's just the way you know, the agenda is going
yeah.
forward and they're trying to push it. But hopefully we're gonna have these politicians take care of things. And you said Christie is also
Now let's talk
backing,
about
right?
Chris Christie, our third Republican nominee. So Chris Christie is obviously a lawyer, politician. You know, he's also a governor, and let's
Wasn't he
just
at one
say
point Donald Trump's
he
advisor?
was. I think. I don't
And
know.
then
He got
he
fired or
was.
something. Or
Well,
he. I know he went up against Donald Trump before, and
mhm.
he got his butt handed to him. He had to yield from the race, and now
I
he's
think he didn't have
running again.
I think he didn't have enough funds when he had to
I
travel.
think he liked the little smacking of his butt. But the thing is, what happens is, see, what happens is this is very important. So what's happening here in the Republican primaries is there's a bunch of people now. Even well, let's get to the fourth one actually. So we got Chris Christie, we got Rod DeSantis, we got Donald Trump, and we got uh
Nikki Haley?
Nick, Nikki Haley, yeah,
Yep. We
governor
have
of South Carolina. Now she's saying stuff like, she went on a town hall recently at CNN, and she was basically saying what the CNN would love Donald Trump to say, but Donald Trump does not say what Nikki Haley was saying. She is basically for Ukraine, and if Ukraine doesn't win, then we're all in trouble and stuff like that, without saying, things like, hey, I would want the peace to happen, just like how Donald Trump said, I don't want Russians dying, I don't want Ukrainians dying, I don't want humans dying, period. That's how American ideals and ethics and morals are supposed to be. Like, that's what we've grown up to see as, we should be protecting people, and we should be stopping wars, we should be basically helping, countries get better, to
so wait, so
unite the world basically in
let,
a common
let me
agenda.
let me ask you that you think if Trump wins, he's gonna stop the war between Ukraine and Russia
I
and
mean,
he's
he
not gonna
says
take
he's going to
side?
do it in 24 hours.
And you think he's
He's
not
going
gonna
to do it
take
in
side?
24 hours. See, the thing is, I think if a Republican wins, I don't think we'll see the war last very long, especially if Trump or DeSantis gets into it. If DeSantis does get into it and he follows the Republican agenda of why they want to keep funding Ukraine, which is a mystery to all of us, like, we're funding them with weapons, and all this money is going out from taxpayers. Which, hey, it's cool if Ukraine needs the protection, yeah, but I mean, you're not doing anything to de-escalate the situation. You're just escalating it by providing them weapons. And if, for example, if Russia starts going a step ahead, because they do have the power to. Now if they start going a step ahead and it starts becoming even more worse, because you got to remember, winter is basically over right now, so Russian assault is going to be coming obviously a lot harder, if not, because that's what we're hearing from the news media outlet, that once the winter is over, Russia's gonna full scale assault. So that's why Zelensky's been like, hey, give me the money, give me weapons, give me this, that. So
So so who else you say is gonna be is running?
I think that's the four. Nikki Haley, who's the governor of South Carolina, Chris Christie.
Oh, we have the what's his name? Asa Hutchinson,
Oh, I don't know what.
governor from Arkansas.
Who is it?
Hutchinson is the governor or a governor of Arkansas, and we had Tim Scott also from South Carolina.
Well, he's 72 years old. He's around Donald Trump age. So
Who is?
Asa Hutchinson.
Oh,
And what was the last one?
yeah,
Tim Scott,
Tim Scott, and yeah, that's the last one. And we're still waiting
U.S.
for. Oh
Senator.
no, Mike Pence. I think he
Oh, and
said it
Mike
today.
Pence. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mike Pence is running. So apparently, Liz Cheney might also run. I don't. if there's gonna be somebody else besides uh Nikki Haley, Liz Cheney, I think is gonna be candidate.
Liz Cheney would. She has the money to, her daddy's money, basically. So what I see is what's happening is, but Liz Cheney, wouldn't she be like a Democrat?
She doesn't say. She
I
probably
think because her
gonna be
dad was
Republican.
a Democrat. The Bushes. Oh no, sorry, the Bushes were
Republican.
Republican. Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah,
is
right, right.
Republican.
Yeah. So she
So
would.
she, since she lost, I don't know if she's because she said she wasn't happy with the party, so she might. I don't think she's gonna switch though. I
So
just don't see that happening.
this is not a good outlook for the Republicans if there's that many nominees. We had we have two on the Democratic side for now,
Yeah,
but
but because the Democrats has the president.
yeah.
If it was the other way around, if the president was Republican, Democrats will have like 100 people.
But what would be more power? So what's gonna happen is basically there's gonna be some votes that what a lot of these but when they come out to ask for their vote, like Christie, uh Asa Hutchinson and Tim Scott and all them, they're basically for sure that they're not gonna win and they're not gonna make it to the ballot of the presidential ballot.
I think
So
it's a marketing
mostly right
also.
now it's between Trump and DeSantis, but Trump is having heavy leads supposedly for right now.
If you ask me, if out of everybody, let's say there's 20 people, maybe there's more people coming.
Yeah.
I think the last four people who's gonna be standing is gonna be Chris Christie, Mike Pence, Ron DeSantis, and Trump. Not in that order, but I think those are gonna be the last four standing,
I think the last two are going to be standing is going to be DeSantis and Trump.
possibly.
And it
I think Chris Christie is gonna drop out or lose before Pence does to me. I think Pence, my
for sure. So
my Pence
it's
is gonna
more of
be
a
a very
win for
strong candidate.
DeSantis. I think it's more of a win for DeSantis than Trump when if that happens because of this. All this is because whatever Trump's voters are, if they're loyal, like the strong MAGA supporters are gonna obviously go for Trump. The ones that support Ron DeSantis might get some of the Trump supporters too, because some that are not that radical, they just want a sane president with Republican values, conservative values. He's gonna win those votes, and he's probably gonna be a force to reckon with that scenario. And we'll see how he does because he's just starting to go around the United States, and we'll see how he does with Democratic voters and stuff too. But maybe he could change their minds because a lot of Democrats are probably like, what, we do need a younger president. 66% say that on a CNN poll. So
Yeah,
CNN
but if that
mind.
is the case, Trump is after the race though, because Trump is not a young kid.
Yeah,
So
that's true. But the way Trump acts compared to Biden, how he acts, it's like Trump's still on that testosterone or something. Like he has that juice still left in him. Compared to Biden,
he
it looks
yeah,
like
he is all over the place. You're right.
Trump is like he's like one of those people. Like even like I'm sure Lex, that there's some probably people like at your age that act way older and they can't move like you move, right? Uh, and Biden's one of those people that, let himself go and he's at the age where, he's accomplished a lot in his
Yeah.
lifetime. So uh I mean, what more can you do? You became president. I mean, but if you can continue serving as the president, that's what the Democratic Party wants. They want that guy in the office because they basically can tell him to do whatever they want them or that is needed for their party. And then
Yeah.
Biden's just basically, let me just be the picture of this.
Well, we will see what happens. I'm excited and I can't wait to see these guys talking and arguing
All right,
all
guys, let
together.
us know who you think is gonna win the Republican primaries. We'll obviously keep you guys informed on what is happening, who's entering, and what the biggest news are. So like, share, subscribe. Please help our channel grow, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yes, thank you guys for your time and take care of yourself.